It's time for real talk with me. I've totally been in a funk for the past couple days, and I really don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out. I just woke up feeling very heavy and very blah. That used to be me, but it's not me right now, so I'm still trying to figure out why. Maybe it's because the excitement of Christmas is done. Maybe it's because I don't know anything that's going to happen in the future. Maybe it's because everything is so uncertain right now that I can't seem to find my ground to stand on. Maybe it's because I'm still dealing with the crap from last year. Last year at this time, I was sitting in a hospital on the side of my son's bed, just watching him, praying over him, waiting to hear anything from the doctors. I was in a waiting time then too, and I don't like to sit and wait. And I can't stand when I have no control over what's going on. When we had brought him in on the 26th, they said, oh yeah, quick, he'll just have a quick, appendectomy, and then he should be out within 24 hours after that. You guys can go on with your life, and it'll be like a quick little recovery, which turned into a 2-month recovery, which then turned into more like a year-long recovery. So I think I'm dealing with that right now. I think that I'm trying to figure out the emotions that I have in my brain. First time that it hit me this season that we were coming up on a year from all of this happening was when I was putting our Christmas ornaments up, and I couldn't find my favorite ornaments and all my favorite decorations, and I just couldn't find them. I looked in every single box. I tore through our entire storage room, and then I went through every room of the house and every closet of the house, and I just couldn't figure out where my favorite ornaments were and my favorite decorations. When I went back down to the storage room, it hit me like a freight train all at once that I didn't put the Christmas stuff away last year. I literally left right in the middle of starting to take stuff down and rushed Alex to the hospital. And then I didn't come home for the next month. And I completely just had this rush of emotion. I had no idea that it was going to hit me like that. And then, the day of his surgery, which was the 27th, I knew exactly when his surgery started that day. And this year, during that time, I almost felt like I was holding my breath again, waiting to see if he was going to make it through the surgery or not. Maybe we don't realize how often that things happen in our life, which we just get through them. We just do what we have to do to get through that time. And then we don't think about how it's going to affect us later on. But every time I look at my 17-year-old son, who's now a senior, it all comes back to me. And I'm just so thankful that God chose to spare his life and that he has a second chance. It took a long time for me to realize that I could forgive myself as well, because I thought that I had done something wrong by just thinking he had the stomach flu and not bringing him in right away. That's all part of the story. And I needed to realize that. I needed to forgive myself from that. And then this year, I just need to know how much that we've grown as a family, and how much I've grown as a person, and how much he's grown as a person. And so I think as I unravel all of this while I'm talking, maybe it's kind of a combination of all of that. We started the year of 2020 not knowing. We were all in the hospital with him for the new year. We were watching the fireworks out of a hospital window, still having no idea how long he was going to be there for, still not knowing if his intestines were going to turn back on or not, or if he was ever going to be able to eat again and make a full recovery. We didn't know.
Sometimes winning's losing fast and moving past who is right and who is wrong. And sometimes leaving's all I've got, even when I know it's not. 'Cause our love is too strong for that kind of talk to be more than a thought.
It's interesting because I told you before I was in such a funk for 3 days, and I thought maybe if I talked about it, I could get to the bottom of what was really bothering me. I didn't know if that would work or not, but apparently it did, because I'm not in a funk anymore, and I feel so much better having said all of that out loud and just kind of acknowledging it. I guess that's something that I didn't do a lot of before in my life, is really acknowledging my feelings and saying them out loud to someone.
sometimes we both need our space, and it's the only